Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Jeffy, I am. Welcome to my channel. Today I got pulled over, right? That's what this sh- this story is about today. It's kind of funny because it really made me think about where I am in life, and I'm happy to be where I am, but I really mean where I live at. I watch the news every day, and I'm an avid fan of reading the newspaper online, that is. And I was in a corresponding city, maybe 20 minutes from where I live. And I decided, I'm gonna go to a bookstore, do some grocery shopping. My dogs have they have a special food I feed them. They eat a non-vegan dog food. So on my journeys, when I was done, the bookstore wasn't open, so I pulled out and I was going down the street. I'm familiar with this town. I actually lived in this town briefly, but a policeman passed me by. He made a U-turn and came back. And when he did that, I started thinking about the news and how the world is now with the presidential elections and how people are so blinded and thinking everything is okay. And when you listen to the candidates and you listen to things they're going through, I mean, which they're promoting, it's not safe for people of color. And I'm going to say that again, it's not safe for people of color. If you're out and about, be safe, be mindful, and always be aware. Well, anyway, when I passed this police, he waved. He nodded his head, right? I kept going about my business because I'm in this town often. It's a town bigger than the town I live in. And I say town because that's what it is. It's not really a big city. And I waved back. I went a half a mile down the road, I would say, before I got on the main street to exit the highway. And I was pulled over. As I was pulled over, I noticed a police in the front, a police on the side of me coming up the alley, and a police already out his vehicle coming to my right. So I had four police officers around me, right? I sat there for a minute, then I started giggling to myself because the way the world is, I've even talked to people that actually tell me that racism don't exist. So as I sat there, all my material is out, my insurance is out, my license, everything is visible in my cup holder. Um, and I started laughing to myself. So the gentleman asked me for my ID and my insurance. So I asked him, what was the reason for he pulling me over? He said, well, I was going down a one-way street. So I started thinking to myself, like, if you waved to me, how was I going down a one-way street when you were coming the opposite way? And there were cars also behind me. And so I didn't dispute it or anything. I kind of laughed to myself because whatever you do, I'm prepared for it. And by saying that is, all praise due. When I leave the house, I leave as a man. I leave as a black man. I fear no man, you know, uh, other than, the higher power or whatever. But I was prepared and I knew they didn't have nothing, no viable reason to pull me over. No reason at all. They just seen me in a different car doing my daily Thursday or Friday routine. And it didn't bother me because they know my vehicles. So, and that's sad. That's really sad that you have to go somewhere and people actually know your vehicle, know what you look like. So I had to, they asked me to step out the car. Well, the gentleman was running my tags and everything. Another police officer that was in the alley, he asked me to step out the car. He did a quick search of the car, put my groceries everywhere. And I'm gonna say this: I'm a medical patient, so I have my medicine sitting next to me with the receipt on it and everything. And note, the state we live in, it's legal anyway, but I have a medical card because I have medical issues. So as I sat there, When I got back in the car, they were still running my plates and stuff, running my license. And it made me laugh. But then I got to thinking about, Sonia Massey, Little Boosie, things that's happening in our world. And I sat there and I'm thinking people don't understand the blanket police protection that Trump is offering. They don't understand the laws nowadays. Our county legislators messed up around here. The mayor, the government, because I deal with the the city politics and the county politics to go according to my life. But back to the story. As I sat there, it really made me think, but I'm proud to be black. I'm proud I'm sitting here at this moment. And when the police officer came back and handed me my ID, he told me, he said, I think I made a mistake, but I have to write you this ticket. I laughed to myself. He said, just he kept going over the instruction to get the ticket dismissed and make sure I take my insurance with me. He gave me a ticket for going down a one-way street, not for insurance, going down a one-way street. And I laughed to myself and I thought, okay, I guess that's how it is. That's how it's going to be. So as I pulled off, I said, okay, I'm going to make some content. Because at the moment, I was making content about gentrification in this small town. So as I got up, went on the Missouri River, got on my highway journey, it really hit me that society is really messed up. Whatever you think it is, it's not really. Get to know your politicians, get to know your government. Just pay attention to around you. This presidential thing has people on edge, and all those police officers had American flag pin stickers on. So again, it put me in a different mind state, but I'm proud to be who I am. I'm proud to be aware of where I'm at in life. Yes, there are going to be some changes made. Yes, but that's why I want to touch on you all and share my story of today because it put me in a real mind state that when I say we, our people are at war, a racial war, a systematic war. Everything is not what it seems. And in these parts, it's basically, an income war, the have and has nots. And being in the middle and sustaining and going on my everyday life, I see people that vote a certain way that it doesn't benefit them at all. They don't make the money. They're the local councilmen and stuff of that nature don't abide to what they believe in. So it's really mind blowing. I want to leave you with that. Be safe, be aware, and enjoy your day. Jeffy, I am. We talk about it.